Hey everybody, we are actually
Well, I've been sitting here on this dock by the bay, watching my blue skies turn to gray. Didn't know if I should run or stay, so I pulled up Mike's weather page, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, I admit that I had one or a few, 'cause I was down and I was feeling blue. But then I clicked on Mike's fan page. I saw all my friends now, I'm okay. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. We all know Mike's a real fun guy. He'll track the storms as they blow by. But when the drunk donkey comes out to play, Miss Julie, take his phone away. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Not sure what the gusts are, but
well, there's Louie and her too. No telling what they're gonna do.
I think we're seeing a little higher gusts.
More than a million fans. Yeah, 'cause now Mike's weather page, you know he's got the
trying to keep the camera from getting wet.
Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Oh my gosh. A little late to my YouTube here, but I got it going. I think we're good. We're good. We got 20 seconds to spare. So if you're new to the page, I'm a one-man band, producer, director, dog whisperer, host, and all that other stuff. So sometimes it doesn't quite work as well as I was hoping. But so far, so good. Let me get the chat going so I can see everybody. Hope you're doing good on this Tuesday morning. We are coming to you live from Oldsmar, Florida, where we will be talking weather for the next hour, possibly. Good morning there. Is it Jerry from Oklahoma? How about that? Eileen, good morning. What's up there? Rachel Fowler from the Blue Ridge. You are one lucky lady right there. Who does not love the Blue Ridge? Oh, our timer just went by. That's 2 strikes against me. I messed up the chat. Now the timer. Hi, Sarah. We got the dogs back. That's a good thing. They're a little curious right now. Miss Sarah's walking around. So we do have some weather to talk about. We'll get into that here real quick. We talked tropics and ramble on for a while. Hope everybody's doing great today. It's had a pleasant little rain last night here in Oldsmar. It was one of those rains that lasted for seemed like an hour, and it was just a constant downpour. It was very odd. It felt very summerish. So it was nice. We got a lot of rain. We got the same pattern today. Heavy rain pretty much. Congratulations to the Panthers. Yes. If our buddy Yohel's watching down in South Florida. Hey, buddy. It's okay. We'll let you down in a minute. Yeah, we got a lot of Panther fans. Lightning here in Tampa. Where are you going, buddy? Hey. It's okay. He's getting all worked up. Sarah, bring me Louie. Kids make way too much noise. They know that it messes the dogs up. All right, so we got a little bit on the tropics maps. I want to show Louie though. Sarah, bring me Louie. Tropics maps are a little active. Let's talk about that here in a few minutes. We are coming once again live from Oldsmar. Today is Tuesday, June the 25th. I just did one of my little quickie reels. We're gonna go deep into what's coming. Yesterday we had nothing, and now we got a spot. So we kind of joked about that yesterday. How 1 minute we can have a spot, and then the next minute we don't. And that was one of those days yesterday. 8 o'clock we had no spot, and then at 2 o'clock we had a spot. So, Emily, you got Louie? Get Louie? Somebody get Louie. God, I can't hear either. We're halfway to Christmas, Ryan. Oh my gosh, why would you say that? We are though. Does it feel like it's getting darker in the mornings too? I don't know why. Thank you.
Right here.
Well, because you guys are so hyper, the dogs are just crazy, eating food and stuff. God. Louis, he thinks he's gonna get Starbucks. Oh well. But yeah, so yeah, halfway to Christmas. Who would have thought, Ryan? Right? All right, you calm down, man. You ain't getting no food. Say hi to everybody. Anyway, so we'll be live tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. We got no live on Friday. We got a good consistent schedule here for the next several days. God, these dogs are just out of control. You guys aren't leaving next time. There we go. You calm down. What's up, Becky from Panhandle? All right, we'll say hi to a few folks here. This is our romper room session. Remember romper room growing up? We'll say hi to a few people. What's up, Navarre, Mr. Justin? What's up, Eric? Katie Haley. Did y'all get some rain up there in the Panhandle last night? We had a little frontal line. It looked like it was coming down. What's up, Laura Pierce? Good morning. What's up, Brenda? All of our YouTubers. Richard Reamer, your buddy. Can't even breathe outside, Jody. It is hot. Yeah, we're going to show you that. There are some pretty intense heat expected here in the south. Got some extreme heat warnings to show you all about. A couple things here. This is this morning. This happened when we woke up, man. They had a very strong line of storms going through a little bit in Wisconsin, but man, Michigan, holy cow. I think they're up to 150,000 without power right now. That was what it looked like this morning. Almost like a derecho. Almost. Strong line of storms through Michigan. So that's ongoing still. It's going to keep on pushing south. So that's something to watch going on now. Hunter's over here. I think Hunter feels bad. This is the other big story in the weather world, man, are these floods. These are river flood markers. We got 26 rivers that are in major flood category. 29 expected. It's incredible. I'm sure you've seen the video this going around. But yeah, 26 major floods, 29 expected. Moderate flood expected to rise to 44. So that's another big weather story going on right now. See, it's all better now. You're calm. You're not getting no Starbucks, buddy. You got one kid going to one room eating Starbucks. You got the other kid in the other room going to Starbucks, making all kinds of noises. And the dogs just absolutely think they're going to get a birthday cake pop or something, but nope. Nope, not for you. So yeah, that was two big storylines. Big rains, big storms. Unfortunately, bad flooding there across the Midwest. And then here's the other one, big story for today is the heat. Oranges are heat advisories, and they're starting to dip deeper down into Florida. The kind of maroon color, that's excessive heat across the Mississippi area there. So heat, I know it's summer. I get it, but it's hotter than summer, if that's even possible. Oh, let's go to the tropics here in a few minutes. I'm going to talk about it really quick. This is storms today we're worried about. This is just to give everybody an update the next 3 days. This is the hot spots to watch for organized storms. This is today, Tuesday. Here's tomorrow. That whole area is going to spread to the East Coast. They've been getting a lot of storms in the East Coast the last few days. They're going to get them around tomorrow on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, a new system develops. But everything's staying to the north. Nothing organized in the south. Sign that the jet stream is disappearing to Never Never Land. All right. So here's the tropics map for the day. Come here, Hunter. What are you doing? Oh, you want your brother now, huh? He's on the attack mode now. What's up, Tina, from a muggy Palm Bay? How's it going? What's up, Sherry Brown? What's up, Bill Lauderdale? What's up, James? Got a family reunion, Land Lakes? Yeah. Might get a little something, something. Train bridge, Eric. Yeah, that was another big flood in South. Was that South Dakota, Sioux City, going to Iowa? But that was amazing. Bridge couldn't handle the water. Crazy, definitely crazy. Good morning, Ms. Julie Hensley. What's up, LT Dan Man? I like your name. Long time listener, first time commenter. Well, let's hear it for you, buddy. All right, here you go. The tropical update. Now, so yesterday we were joking. It said no tropical development expected, right? We're like, well, that doesn't mean at 2 o'clock we won't get a circle. Well, guess what happened at 2 o'clock? We got a circle. So it was a 6-hour break from the tropics. Yay! Everybody wanted a break. We had six hours. So this is a spot that we've been watching. It's a very healthy wave. I will admit. I think I posted it a couple times over the last several days. It's amazing that it's hung on this long. It's a low rider, so it's underneath a lot of that dust. But it's bringing rain to the lower part of the Caribbean there, and our good buddies and gals down there in the Trinidad Tobago. We got a lot of followers down there, the ABC Islands. So you all are getting it. A little bit of rain today. It's going to keep on bouncing off of South America there. Going to enter near the Yucatan. Possibly in about a week plus, maybe be in the exact same spot as Invest 93 and Alberto. So I don't know if we're going to get any rains in Texas from it, though. So I'm going to show you that. But that's the current map. The spot that I'm watching, we're going to get into, is just now coming off of Africa. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. But this is the official spot the NHC is watching. Here's what it looks like on satellite. Very impressive. This is on weathernerds.org. What's Steinhatchee like, Patty? Well, it's always good. We'll get into a weekend forecast. It's going to be, actually, you know what? It's going to be very isolated rains this weekend across the southeast, especially Florida, because we have African dust showing up. So you can never say it's never going to rain anywhere in the south, especially Florida. But what you're looking for is organized systems and juice. And we're not going to have a lot of juice. So it's going to be beautiful. Might be an isolated storm here and there, but. Got the big Falcon Heavy launch tonight. Is that over by you, Shelly? Is that the big one? Hopefully the weather's not a scrub. Is that over there? I think it's over by you guys, isn't it? Well, anyway, this is that blob. This little guy right here is going to be making its way this way. Strong high pressure ruling right now. So that's going to be your steering mechanism, and it's pretty impressive that it's going. It might be an invest. They might invest it. I don't know. Invest in the blob. Here is the old school dust map, and holy cow! Watch how this thing. Here it is right now. This is it right here currently, but it's rode right there along underneath all this sand and dust, and it's been pretty amazing the journey across the Atlantic. But we're going the wrong way now. We just went backwards. How do you go forward? All right, there we go. All right. Is that bad? No, wait. Nope, there we go. Oh, I don't want to rock it. All right. Here's what we got. There it is right now. Watch. Here it comes. Right here. I don't even know where it's at. Right there. Follow it along. So it survived. It made its trek across amongst all that dust. And it's a healthy little blob. Rainfall, though, I posted this a little bit ago. This is your 10-day rain map. And pretty much the big rains are staying down in Mexico. Yucatan, Belize. Good rain for y'all, Belize. I know we got somebody in Belize watching. I believe we have someone from Belize. But it doesn't look like Texas is going to get it. So that whatever that yellow thing is, I don't think it's going to pull much northward. We'll look at some spaghetti models, but most everything's having this thing just keep on doing the Alberto Invest 93 trek. Remember we talked about it? History repeats itself. We get these weather patterns established early in the season. Strong Bermuda high. Thus, the Florida storms coming through the state. Classic. They start in the middle, and guess what? They came west. Classic last night. Anyway, that's that. What else I have open up here? There's Africa. Okay. Let's all sing the Toto song. The rain's down in Africa. Chandra from Belize. Look at that. Look at you. Awesome. Cosmel, Jason, going on a cruise? So far, too far. How about that? So far, too far. This new one doesn't look like it's heading to Cozumel, so that's a good thing. We don't really, Lisa, if that high stays through, guess what that means? That means more storms into the Caribbean and more storms into possibly the U.S. So, Sonia, yeah, that my buddy Josh, OMG Wicks, is that what he says? Florida is going to Florida. Heavy at the Cape right now. What's up, Nathan L? Is it Nathan L? Tanya? Nathan? How about I just say Nath? I'm a terrible name pronouncer. I would get Mike messed up if I wasn't named Mike. It's very juicy out there, Chris. Very moist. Let me tell you, when the windows are wet at 9:30 in the morning, you know it's very wet outside. It's very moist outside. We have windows wet. We should do a wet window alert. All right, so this little blob off of Africa. All right, so this is what we're watching. Here are your modeling into July 2nd. So these are probably, 7-8 days out? So what I like about this model, if I use it all the time, it blends in all the ensembles on the Euro, and as the ensembles start to agree, we start to get increased colors. Well, we're up to now 20-25% chance for tropical storm. We got the BOC, the lower Gulf, from the spot that we're watching now. This would be Tuesday, July 2nd is the timestamp. So somewhere here we could have that system maybe making its way into Mexico that they're watching now. This new one coming off of Africa, we could be impacting the Caribbean islands as early as July 1st. And I'm, seen enough consistency with this thing to keep talking about it. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the waters are hot. The dust is going to be lightening up, and we might have a window of opportunity. What's up, William Strunk? How's it going? Pembroke says already 85. T. Martinez, yep. Don't bless the rains in Africa. Wendy Martin. Oh, man. Let's see. But, all right. So there's that. Let's talk about some other things. All right. So I love operational models. Those are ensembles. Operational models here. This morning. These are from overnight. These are on tropicaltidbits.com. There's 4 models here. Top left is the Euro, the most aggressive on our new system. It's been wiggling between middle part of the Lesser Antilles to above it. So generally, it's wiggling back and forth. We got the new AI version of the Euro showing a weaker low. GFS showing a little low. And the Canadian model, which I do think is a very good model in the last several years, is also showing it. So these are all exactly the same timestamps, right around July 3rd. That's high consistency, man. This is how I've rolled for years. Understand the patterns, look at models. So we'll see. But I was a little surprised this morning that all these were kind of showing that. So we'll get into that more here in a second. I do want to talk about this, though. This is one of my posts this morning. Hey, Suzanne Boca Raton, going to ABC Islands. Awesome. Well, you'll have a wave or two. You always do. What's up, Brian Russell? What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm not sure. Shelly, we got to reach out to our buddy that was on our cruise. See if he can join our brew crew. I don't have his email, but remember the meteorologist that we met on our cruise that was the launch control meteorologist? It'd be awesome if he was in our brew crew. What's up, Jay Strong? What's up, Texas? All right, so I posted this morning. Let's, yeah, if you can email him, that'd be cool. Give him an invite. That'd be fine. Cheers. So this is this little classroom session. This is a little classroom session from the guy that doesn't know weather. I post these ensemble models a lot, and I've never done this type of a post. So my point is hopefully well received, and what the heck this means. So when I post these things, ECMWF, that's a Euro, EPS, that's your ensemble means, basically. So it's all the different ensembles of the Euro. There's 51 members of the Euro. I always say there's 51 brains that make up the main European run. So once these start to all agree is when the operational model starts to become more and more believable. But we have quite a few of the 51, showing they're all their own little bit of thinking. But so we're, when we see more and more of those 51 starting to agree on a track and stuff, then we say, hey, there's confidence. One of the million things to look at. But the end point of these spaghetti, I don't think I've ever talked about this enough. This is where each of these different model runs of the Euro thinks that the storm could be in 10 days. So it's important to put an idea in your head. Okay, next 10 days. Well, if we were to get something off of Africa, this is technically where it could be in 10 days. This whole general range right here. So it just kind of gives you the idea, that somewhere in this circle possibly is where we could see something. Now look, we have a couple outliers staying weak going west. We have this one here really speeding up. So you get an outlier here and there. But the bottom line is you get this general feeling of where things are at in 10 days. So that's kind of like where we would be a week plus from today. The other thing is to pay attention to is these models always have the spaghetti coating. It's the spaghetti coating, the marinara, the cheese, the coating of what each model intensity could possibly be. So basically you're looking for blue. Blue is basically tropical storm or greater, maybe hurricane. Once we start getting reds, it's like, oh boy, stronger hurricane. So you can see, we're starting to see some blue, which is, indicating an organized system possibly. So this is, if we see a lot of reds, and if you see a lot of like orange, oh boy. If you see a lot of grays, that's above 1,005 millibars. These are millibars. Remember, lower the millibar, the more intensity. 1,000 usually is the rule of thumb. Anything above 1,000 usually is not a tropical storm. Usually. 990 range is usually a tropical storm. Sometimes low 990s could be a Cat 1. But you look at stuff like that. So you look at, we've seen systems that were all light gray, which kind of indicates there's not a lot of support on this thing developing into much more than a weak tropical wave or something. So that's kind of what that means. Hopefully it made sense. Let's look at the individual model runs. High pressure, Jonathan. Yeah, let's talk about the high pressure. Well, we'll leave it on here, right here. So anyway, they're thinking. That's right, Morgan. The little brains are all thinking. All right, so here's model runs. Let's talk about that. Show you what's cooking. We're going to get into weather here in a second with this weekend with this African dust and the rainfall potential, but let's keep it on the tropics right now. This is your European. Let's go to Euro first, tropicaltidbits.com. We love it. And here is two things we're watching. Basically, blues are lower pressures. Anything starting to get dark blues, tightening lower pressures. Here's that high pressure we're going to look at, Jonathan, 1025 plus. It's weird because that high pressure is kind of reacting to our front line that might be opening the door for this thing to lift a little bit. So, they're down the road. Let's take a look. So, as we get into I guess we'd say about, you don't even really see the one that they're showing now. Let's just focus on the new guy out in Africa. So somewhere along the line, let's see when they're expecting it to exit Africa. So it's really just a wave that just starts spinning on its own. Pretty much just kind of there now. Kind of hard to see. It's down here in the ITCZ zone. This would be Wednesday tomorrow. So it could be already kind of down there maybe. I don't know. I was trying to see the origins of where thinks it's coming from. Let's see if we can see that. Sarah, leave the door shut, baby. Somewhere around here. Possibly. But doesn't really matter. I was jumping ahead of myself. But here's that consistency we're talking about. Here's that little low popping into the scene right here. This would be July the 2nd. And the last few runs, we've had it. Let's just zoom in on it. We've had it showing 12Z a little to the north. This is July the 2nd. Starting to organize. Nothing too severe. However, it is deepening pressure to 1,000. We have a lot of folks in the Virgin Islands over there that watch us. So, this was yesterday's run. Today's run, a little weaker, just a tick to the south before it starts to turn up a little bit. Starting to show a turn. Yes, I know. It's starting to show that recurve. Never put all your money on anything past a week. But we got folks in Puerto Rico. This would be around the 3rd. So it's all about the, 2nd and 3rd, right around this range right here. If we get anything to try to develop or not. But regardless, like I said, we have people down there that watch, and we could have rains, we could have storms. That's a Euro. You can see it really good on the Windy app. Remember, if you download the Windy app, the Windy is only the Euro when you first look at it. It's not the Windy is not its own model. The Windy is just the Euro. And if you want to change it, you got to go down here to GFS. So a lot of folks think the Euro is a good model, but it's basically just the Euro. Or Windy's a good model. But, all right, so let's go to the next 3rd here. And you can see this little clump of clouds trying to get going here. So the latest Euro is correct, which it's going to be, rains regardless. Somewhere around maybe the 1st, but it looks like the 2nd, whatever's down here is going to start nearing the islands next week, the 2nd. And the latest Euro, a little more juice, a little more organization is trying to get going here over Puerto Rico. Could be some heavy rains in Puerto Rico. This is the 3rd. And then, it's close enough to watching Hispaniola. So, anyway, kind of that. We'll see. Starting to turn a sharp turn north. I guess I'm a little hesitant of going all in on that because we've had such a strong Bermuda high now for a while. So we'd have to look if there's any fronts coming down the first part of next week. You can kind of see one here on this. This is July the 1st. So there is an incoming front here. You can see the 30th, the 1st. So there is a little frontal line. It might weaken our high, push it a little bit, but a little hesitant on believing that yet. Just because we've had such a strong Bermuda high in place so far. GFS showing, let's go to 3rd. There it is. GFS is a terrible model, but the idea is the same. 3rd and 4th, there's something coming through there. Nothing really organized, but like I said, we don't really care about the GFS. The GFS is a terrible model. All right, so the AI is a new European model this season. I really like it, and it's been pretty good at sniffing things out. Now, basically, it's not showing anything too organized, but it is showing that same general low pressure on the 3rd. Again, nothing developing, which is good. The whole time we're doing this, nothing's really developing here. This is the spot we're watching now, and it's just everything's keeping it down in that BOC. This is this Sunday. So the yellow area that the NHC is watching now should stay down there. All right. Canadian model, been pretty consistent, showing possibilities of this area now. We're watching. This is the NHC spot, and it's pretty much keeping it in Mexico there. See that? Then we get here to the first and second, and there's that little guy popping in the picture. And it's, you know, it's there. This is the third. So I think the idea is, hey, first part of the month, we should have something in this area to potentially watch. Yesterday's 12Z run a little to the north. So you get these little windshield wiper effects. One day is a run here, one day is a run there. What we're looking for is upper level steering patterns. I always like to look at the 500 millibar. And the Euro is really good with that. We look at 10 days out. We can start to see a little gap here. High pressure building into the north, little gap here. You know, we've talked about this strong Bermuda high pressure system all year long. If the high builds back in, you know, this thing could turn and then turn. So don't think that this thing's a guarantee to do that if it's anything at all. You know, we get this high pressure building back in. A little weakness pulls it up, and then, you know, depending on if this high pressure builds back in, we could see a little more track, you know, to the west. So it's not even anything right now. Very irresponsible to be talking about this. Here's July 5th. I mean, there's a gap, but then our high pressure comes back in. So, yeah, all right. Enough about those models. Let's look at some UK models. It doesn't go out that far, though, so I don't think we're going to see much with the UK. Canadian, somebody asked me about the Canadian. Was it you, Joe? Canadian model, haven't seen it very consistent this year at all, so haven't really, or the Korean model. If I said Canadian, I meant Korean model. Yeah, let's see, 00Z. Oh, it's actually showing it, though. Would you look at that? So here's the 1st of July on the Korean model, which did really good last year sometimes for sniffing out things. Look at that. Hunter. Scratching the door. Terry, good to see you. Where have you been? So it's interesting, the Korean model. She let him in. Good job, Sarah. So hey, interesting. The Korean model showing a little system down here. The first, a little faster, but you know, showing it, trying to develop. And actually, this one keeps it going a little bit more towards Jamaica. This would be third on the Korean model, so it's about a day or two ahead. But hey, that's interesting. This is that strong Bermuda high track thing that, you know, I think is what we're going to see this year a lot. Is more of a west push. So let's keep that in the back of our minds about the Korean model. Not a bad model. Let's see. UK doesn't only go out 168 hours. I don't know if it's going to start showing yet. Little baby bump though. A little bit. Little bump. Little bump. Little bump. But nothing. So we don't really have a lot of things to be like going to Vegas and bet money on. There's a little wave here. You can see it July the 2nd trying to get going here on the UK. Some of the ensembles that we look at, you know, we can go back 15 days. I like these because we can kind of get a good handle on what the thinking is. Let's see here. I guess we'll just do Atlantic. So here's the overall thinking of the Euro. There's a weak system here. Remember I was talking about the light grays. Nothing too organized. This thing kind of runs in a lot of coast. Here's our system starting about the 29th. And there's a few. Some curve. Some go west. So that's all. We'll just go out. This is 10 days. 10 days from now. That's a long way away. A lot of things can change in 10 days. There's yesterday's 10-day marker, today's 10-day marker. So we already got a trend more to the west. Here's this 24 hours ago, we had that for 10 days. Afternoon yesterday, we had that for 10 days, and then overnight last night we had that for 10 days. So it's just too much going on to place bets that this thing's going to do anything. The only reason it's definitely worth talking about is because we have a lot of people in the Caribbean watching, and there does appear that there's going to be some sort of a wave or juice or something coming your way. The cool thing to look at here would be the infrared satellite, and we can really get a good look at how it could be shaping up here. This would be the first, getting close to the islands, the second, and then possibly Puerto Rico there around the second, third. Keep my eye on it, my good eye. Not the bad eye, the good eye. The dust. We're going to talk about the dust bin. 4th of July, watch out for Florida Jessica. Where did you get that at? Yesterday's 12Z run, kind of the same. So this is infrared. It looks scarier than what it really is. All right. African dust. Look at that. So currently, look at this right here, man. Unbelievable. You go to my Fox Hurricane right here. This is an impressive look at things right now. Where we're at with the dust. I mean, my goodness. That's like, so this plume of dust is coming. This is where we're at right now. Look at this thing. It's going to make it to the Western Caribbean by Thursday. It's going to be up into the Gulf of Mexico, possibly reaching Florida even by the weekend. So we're going to see some possibility of dust. This is Thursday. But what's amazing about that little wave we got now is it's hanging on. Long range dust, though, let's look at that. We can look at 10 days out, see what the dust might look like in 10 days when we start talking about this possibility. So it's very thick right now. This is currently, look at this. That is a lot of dust. And it makes its way up towards Florida this weekend. Makes its way up into Texas even. And you can see our little systems right here on the dust map. This little area. So there is going to be some dry air. But it might be out ahead of it. It's all a timing thing. Here's July 4th. So somewhere right in here is where our system's going to be the first part of July. So there is going to be some dust. Not as thick as it is behind it, though. So it might have a little window is what I'm saying. A little window of opportunity here. Possibly. For that. But it's incredible. It's going to, you know. So here, you know, your daily rainfalls. Let's look at that. This is going to put things into perspective for you for the weekend. Rainfall today, heavy rain across the peninsula again. I showed a map earlier. Rains are already starting to develop on the coastal areas. They're going to converge to the middle part of the state. Has some good thunderstorms across Florida later today. It's happening already now on our coast. So everything's going to kind of meet in the middle. Yesterday, all the winds met in the middle, and the Atlantic winds won and shoved it back across to the Gulf. Rains tomorrow. Almost similar pattern here for tomorrow. Here's tomorrow. And middle part of the state. Big stuff across the top part of the U.S. Here is Thursday. Very light rains. You can see that. Got that front line coming down. This is kind of the front that could possibly weaken the Bermuda High, pulling up anything that might be trying to get going down there by the Lesser Antilles. But there you go. Light rains on Thursday. Friday, very, very light rains. Saturday, very light. Sunday, Monday. So not a lot of rain. Here's that front right here, by the way. Kind of lingers and starts to show up. So if this front is strong, it will definitely help lift up anything that's coming across. But if the high builds in back, then we could see that thing keep on going west a little bit. That's kind of be my guess a little bit. I don't know how strong these fronts are going to be now, so we'll keep an eye on that. I already talked about that enough. Just guessing. All right. Rainfall told us for the week here, not a lot. Here is your 5-day rains. You can just see random rains across the Florida Peninsula. Any time, any place. You just never know where they're going to set up. This is through Saturday night. Texas stays dry. Jason Strong. No love for Texas. Here's that blob coming into the picture nearing Mexico. Texas staying dry. Judith, if you're watching, we'll have a new drought map for you Thursday. So, I don't know about it, man. What do you think? Morning, Ryan. Brew crew, Naples in the house. How you doing? Is what it is, correct, buddy. The weaker a storm gets, the farther west it goes, and then it ends into a much favorable environment. So, usually rule of thumb is if a system develops really, really early out in the Atlantic, it usually recurs, unless you're Irma or Florence or many others. So, there's no guarantees on anything. It's all timing of these high pressures and you know, a little too quick to really start making guesses on something that's not even there yet. I shared this on my little reel video yesterday. It's a very important map. Any system that starts here would take 12 to 14 days before it could reach anywhere on the continental U.S. 14 days! 2 weeks of watching something here before it possibly could end up hitting somebody along. If this map is hypothetically for the coastal USA, not of course, our friends in the Caribbean. But man, 2 weeks tracking. So long way to go in a short time to get there. In this case, it'd be a long. This case, it's a long way to go and a long time to get there. Here's your 7-day rain maps. We talked about this yesterday. It's incredible. Water temperatures have cooled off. This is your 7-day change from the 7 days prior, and it's just showing you that the waters have cooled down about a degree or two from the 7 days before. That's all because of our Alberto and Invest 92 and Invest 93. So pretty credible to see that. Overall anomalies about normal for the Gulf now, which is good. Water temp was definitely a hot topic. For sure. Anyway, I see Shelly posting. We got our a lot of new subscribers to our Cat 1, Cat 5. I really appreciate the support, everybody. We got a new chat area this year we set up that means people can join in from all platforms, not just one. So if you're on Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, we have our own network that is independent of all. And if you want to chat more and mingle more and just sit on the sidelines and watch for as little as $4.99 a month, and you get a Christmas card and a sticker. So I'm really curious. I'm going to really be curious on these afternoon model runs, watching the high pressure here. And if we were to get anything to form here, what the upper level winds look like. We're going to stick to the good old Euro, the 00Z. This is kind of the general idea. Something here around the 3rd and 4th. Depending on this high pressure setup, will be interesting to see how far west anything could go. This was 10 days out. Yesterday's run had a lot less high pressure. No, it was 18Z, excuse me. There we go. Still, though, that's kind of what I was getting at. Yesterday showed more of a recurve setup because we had a little more of a gap. Today's 00Z had a little bit more high pressure building back in. So, a little too far to really guess what the upper air is going to be like a week plus for steering, that is. So, if we even get anything. But I've always trusted the models, and telling you the models will not stop with the idea of something getting going. So we see that already with this wave. Look at this wave down there. I'm really, really impressed with this wave. I'm really can't believe it, actually, how this wave has stuck together right here amongst all that dust and sow. I know we got a lot of folks down there watching. But it's incredible to see this one hold together. It's been quite impressive. That's it right there. Look at that. Ooh, I hear thunder. What'd I tell you? Coastal storms in the morning. I just heard thunder. I think it's raining. I just heard thunder. Let's go to the lightning map and confirm it. Where's the lightning map? Right here. I betcha. I have this on the app too. This is a cool site. All right. Oh, look at all this lightning that's happening. Look at that. That's going on right now. We just had a pretty close strike though, so I wonder if it's going to pop up here. Yeah, so there you go. There's storms. Let's go to the old radar, see what it looks like. I like the, well, that was probably my daughter. Somebody just flushed the toilet. So hard not to laugh sometimes. Come here, Sarah. Say hi to everybody. Where you at? Oh, it was you?
I was doing nothing.
Well, why would you flush it until I was over? Look at that. Oh, man, that's some heavy rain. That's going on right now. So it's weird. Last night we had the same exact setup that went to the coast, and now we have the same setup that's actually happening now. So all of Pinellas County right now are getting storms. And this showed up on future radar. Last night, I guess this energy just really didn't. Now the winds have shifted. So now we get a wind shift from the that's going inland. Now watch how these storms happen today. It's really fascinating. Here's some up there around Panama City Beach. Kind of that flow. You can see that flow coming in. The fascinating thing today is going to be this. Watch this. This is really cool. So we got the sea breezes combined, and we got some more thunder. This is kind of what it looks like. So we saw this early this morning. Storms here are developing on both sides of the coast down to South Florida, and then they all kind of converge in the middle of the state this evening. And we could have some storms, panhandle coming north to south. It all kind of meeting in the middle part of the land here. So we could see some good ones today. Big storms possibly in the middle part of the state. Should be nice along the coastlines. Doesn't look like it's going to back up this today like it did yesterday. Saw quite a bit of lightning, a lot of energy out there today. So could see some of that this afternoon. So we could see some pretty good little thunderstorms popping here later this afternoon here, middle part of the state. Those are those big ones. Like, what's cool about this is looking to the east for me and seeing these big puffy clouds full of lightning, or looking from the, looking east, looking west, from the east to the west. You see the same cloud, but they're all in the middle part of the state. I don't think we're getting hail with this, so. Nah, it's too warm above. Hey, maybe we might see a little bit. Super hail composite. Or they have a composite. Euro has a composite of hail, but anyway, that's it. Any softball highlights, James? Well, possibly. I think we showed him yesterday, but anyway, maybe here in a minute. Sea Breeze Clash, Crystal. Yep, sounds like a wrestling match. Coming down to the Sea Breeze Clash. All right, so that's about it for me. Nothing to stress about, obviously. If you're new to the page, thank you so much. I always love looking long range. We've been doing that from day one. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. as things get a little more definite, then we start diving into real possibilities with actual impacts. And National Weather Service goes out 7 days. So, if you don't feel comfortable with me hyping every little spaghetti model, then definitely National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center is definitely a place to be. And it would not hurt my feelings at all. But you don't have to announce it. Let's see, David Baird, great question. Every model run that's showing consistency to me, 7 days from now would be July, 1st, 2nd almost. So we're almost in that window that I would think we would probably start to see a yellow highlight at 2 o'clock. The NHC has their new maps at 8 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Eastern, 4 times a day. If we were to get one, I believe this is what it would look like. Probably would be, I don't even know if we have any center yet. We don't really have anything that would be, so the Intertropics Convergence Zone out here is really fascinating to watch. You can see it right here. So, technically we might have a spot right there by the Cape Verde Islands, but it's so fascinating. This is like unbelievable how this happens. But we have winds here that come down from the north. These are wind directions, see them? And then we have these winds doing this here. See that? Sometimes they actually work together and create a top effect where the winds actually help push. See that? And sometimes these little guys break off and become their own little low pressure area. So that one looks a little interesting. So we can always look at the coordinates, click on the center part, and then it's south of the islands. So let's go check it out on satellite. Let's go to Weather Nerds. See here. Yeah, that's definitely it. That's the one. That's the one they're going to mark a circle. I would almost bet money. Right there. Right here. This is the guy. There'll probably be an arrow like this. And then there'll be a... Let me go back to the graphic I wanted to draw on this one. So we'll have a X here, possibly. We'll have the same setup with a circle like that, and then we'll probably have some sort of a circle like that. So that would be my 2 p.m. guess, like that, because we have a little circle now. We have a little spinach. We have a little spin out there. There it is. That's surface spin. 850 spin. We got a spinner. We should do cowbell. Like when we get a cowbell, we have spinach. I got a cowbell up there. We might go to the Rays game tonight. I got a meeting I got to do at 11. Hopefully, if the meeting goes good, then we're going to go to the Rays game. I'm dreading this phone call. So yeah, hey, look, we might have a little spinner. We might have a spot. That might be the next one to watch. This could be the Caribbean. First storm in a long time for them down there. We've been talking about this for a long time, man. This season could be the year that we get these long track systems because we have a very strong Bermuda high pressure system allowing more of a southern track south, and unfortunately like that. So what more can I say? Yeah, that's how it all starts, I'm going to say hello now. We'll read the chat. I always close out things with one of my good friends here. We'll stop at Direct Remodels today. John and Dan there. Middle part of the state of Florida, if you're looking for hurricane windows or impact windows, they're one of the best, if not the best. They have an amazing 40% discount for all of our fans. We've already had a bunch of NWPs go with them, love them, very happy. So, if you're in the market, give them a chance, give them a call, look at their testimonies, and check out their website. They're offering an amazing discount for all of our friends and families because they're just fellow MWPs. They're just like, hey, we want to do something for your page. So there you go. Appreciate that. And they got a duck. We love the duck. Everything we do is with the duck. Howard the duck. It's actually a pelican. You have to know the story. That's not a duck, but there's a funny story about that. Maybe one time we'll do story time. Oh, I haven't done a story time yet in a long time on TikTok. Maybe I'll do my next story time. 100%. I'm gonna do one today. Story time. I did a story time on TikTok. I'm gonna do the story of Howard the duck today because it's a funny story. So what do we need instead of a cowbell? Spinner alert. One thing cool about NASCAR, they go counterclockwise, just like tropical systems. Howard is not a duck. I know, Tina. Tina, there's a story about that. You haven't been around a long time then, because you know that it's the story with the duck. So, yeah, I'll be curious. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. We'll see. I don't know what other stories we got. There's a pretty impressive radar going on up north, though. I'm telling you. They got rocked this morning. That's still going on. Big, strong storms. Power outages right now going on. Check out our Furman power outage map, man. We had over 171,000 without power in Michigan right now. Oh, my God. Almost 200,000 people. Look at that. Almost 200,000 people without power in Michigan right now. 171,000 people. Big time problems up there. That's a lot of folks. I hope you're watching, Greg. Hopefully people are able to head to their local Lowe's and Costco and get their Furmans so they have power. All right, well, hey, listen, we'll be live tomorrow and Thursday. No live Friday. I'll be out of town, but then we'll be back live Monday, Tuesday next week, and then the 4th of July week. I'm probably not going to be live, obviously, because we're going to be out of town. But I'll be tracking. I'll be posting. Don't you worry. No matter where I'm at, we always make sure we update the website, the app, the social media posts, so you'll always get the latest and greatest when you need it, hopefully. And you can always count on me to keep you up to date on things, hopefully without the hype. Hopefully. Oh, Tina, you know the Howard story. Okay, cool. Holly, what's up? That's okay, Cindy. I share the same stories everywhere. Anyway. The sea. Hey, what's up, Harold? How's it going? Mike, that's for sure. Never can, never will. Suzanne, have a great day. Suzanne Stillman, thank you. Loretta Reed, thank you very much for your support. Don't buy all the bread, everybody. If you go to ABC. Hey, by the way, guess what we're working on? TBBC. ABC. Cool. All right. Well, hey, we will. Hey, Jeffrey, what's up, my man? How you been, dude? What's been cooking? Jeffrey, one of our cruisers on our MWP cruise. Donna Mae from Bolivia. Jeez, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. Fire map. Corey, what do you want to look at? Fire potential. Wildfire potential is not that great, but the fire map here, let's take a look at that. Wildfire map. Let's see how this map works. I'm not even really sure how it works, honestly. Not what I was looking at. I really don't know what that map is. Smoke map right here. This kind of gives you idea what's going on with some fires. I'll give you a little heads up there. I mean, nothing showing up too bad. That's your smoke levels. We had a big one down in Mexico, but I think it's under control now. Remember Canada over the years, we've seen a ton, but right now they're pretty quiet up there. So there's some out here. A few here and there. Nothing showing up too bad. We actually have one down in Florida here. Avon Park. Look at that. There's one right here. Might be a control burn though. Wah fire. It's a wah fire. Last report was June 20th, so it's actually old. These are old reports. But we had a wah fire. Oh, it wasn't at the Wawa gas station. These are actually older too. They're not actually even up to date. Maybe some smoke lingering is probably why they still have them marked. Wildfire outlook for June. That's kind of old news there. Let's look at July. Wildfire outlook for July coming up here out west. Long range modeling. I've seen some folks posting this today. There's been some new prediction outlooks. This will get us to the 4th. Here's your 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, and things are kind of dry across the southeast above out west. This is through the 2nd through the 8th. Temperatures above normal. That's through the 4th. That's hot. Hot 4th of July. Outlooks for 3 to 4 weeks. Hot. Okay, it's hot. It's always hot. Okay, we know that. Maybe a little more above rain down south. This is kind of showing you that, you know, tropics are maybe kind of juicy. Yeah, so there you go. Flood potential map's pretty normal. There's little areas here and there, nothing sticking out too bad. So yeah, I don't know. All right, we'll see what 2 o'clock rolls around. I bet you we get a little circle. I bet you. If not 2, probably 8. 2 8 o'clock. Hey Tyler, my man, Scallop Cove. How you been, man? Talk about you all the time. Anybody says they're from Cape, the Port St. Joe area, I always mess up the damn name. Are you all staying busy? One of these days we'll make it out there. I was going to pull the map up. Show you where we're talking about here. See if we can pull up your little spot. We were just up there for cool little spot here in Florida. Panama City here, obviously, and then we have Port St. Joe, and then the only way you get out there is this one little road right here, Cape San Blas. Is it Blas? I always mess it up. Cape San Blas or Blas? I don't even know. But he's somewhere. Right, there you are, right there. This is our buddy. He just chimed in. Scallop Cove General Store. Right there. We did a little meet and greet there a couple years ago. Cool little spot. So if you're ever in the area, pull in for ice cream and gas. Blast without the T. All right, let's see if I remember that. You're slaying. Oh, you're busy. That's awesome. Cool. Good. New Mexico, yeah. We did have some down there in the Yucatan, though, about 2-3 weeks ago that were pulling up smoke towards Texas. All right. Cool. Barbados, Raymond, what's up, buddy? Hey, hope you're watching the tropics, Raymond. Maybe July 1st, 2nd, you might have a little something on your doorstep there. Oh, Holly, it is moist. Everybody say it together, moist. All right. It's been an hour, everybody. Great. All right. We rambled on a little bit. Come here, Hunter. Here's Louie now. Now you guys are all calm because there's no food around. Okay. Oh, now. Just I say that, Emily walks in. Look. Huh? Hunter, I can't reach Hunter. Come here, buddy. He wants his brother. They go in attack mode. All right, hey, listen, we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Keep an eye on the tropics. We'll see if there's a new circle at 2 o'clock. If there is, then you'll say, I already knew about it. All right. Have a good day.